Hello, all. Merry Christmas. It is Christmas Eve today, and I have to take time out of my busy day doing last second shopping, buying tissue paper, buying gift wrapper, to do a review for you guys. Continuing my series of undiscovered underground hip hop artists, blah 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 blah. Now, in a couple days, when I get some free time, review of this will be coming. I bought it 2 days ago. Haven't listened to it yet. Promised myself not to listen to it till after Christmas. This is my gift to myself. But yeah, the review will be coming to that. Also, next week I want to do a blog TV. I promised you guys a blog TV over my winter break, and I have not done one yet. And I actually want to follow through on that promise, which is because that would be one of the only things I would ever have followed through on YouTube. And so tell me when it's best for you guys. Right. Anyway, now on to the review. Today I'll be reviewing the Dick Limerick Academy's second album, Merseycide. Now, Dick Limerick Academy is a hip-hop group from Liverpool, as evidenced by the title, which is a combination of the neighborhood Merseycide, or, well, it's, I guess I think it's a county in England, but it's in the Liverpool area. I think it's in Liverpool. And then the suffix side, which implies some sort of death. So, yes, this is their second album. Their first album was Return of the Fly in 2008. And you can find both of these guys, because it's two rappers, Shea and Rikky Riley. You can find them both in battles in the Don't Flop League, which I will link down here, and then the other one down here in the same place. Now, is this album good? This album is filled with comedy raps, and it's very entertaining. They sort of just have this thing, they love to just pretty much say whatever is funny to them in the moment and turn it into a full-fledged song. And it always sounds very off the cuff, and it always has this feel like you're just drinking with them and they just start freestyling and this is what comes out. And that is the best thing about this album. It's just fun to listen to, easy to listen to. You don't have to think about it too much. It's just a fun time out. But that's also its worst flaw, which is that sometimes you wish they would actually develop it a little more. Especially Rikky Riley, no offense. He has a tendency to say things that just to rhyme, which he even admits in the song called Rikky, where he's talking about how his rhyme schemes are all B, B, and B. And so that's a funny moment, but I can get kind of sick of him at times because, for example, at least O'Shea has flow. He seems to have more purpose when he's rhyming, even if he really doesn't. What he's saying has no purpose. He actually, his flow is fun to listen to, even if you don't like what he's saying, which most of the time you do. But Rikky Riley, you don't always, because his flow is very simple. It's monosyllabic rhymes for the most part. And also, he sort of just disappears in the middle of the album. O'Shea and guest appearances just take most of the songs over. The guest appearances are quite good, with the incredibly strange voiced Ryuvin, who sounds like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, Tenchu, who's a boss, Benny Diction, Jay Toker, Rogista. These are all really good MCs that contribute well to the album. Also, there are some instrumental tracks on this album that help, I guess, show that it isn't just the rappers, it's the producers behind them, because I do actually think the producers are included as part of the group, although I would refer to them as a duo. But the problem with these bits is that sometimes, while they're quite good on their own, they really, really break up the flow of the album, and that bothers me. And flow is one of the biggest struggles that this album has. It's incredibly strong in terms of content, but in spurts, and then it'll go through points where you just have no interest in continuing the album anymore, which makes it very much I'll listen to 3 songs, then I'll skip to another 3 songs, then I'll listen to something else, come back to this one song, and that's a little bit of a problem for me. Actually, that's a big problem for me. I wish I could listen to it through a lot more, but I find myself skipping to songs like Rikky is a good song. Knobheads is a good song. Let me look up here so I can actually. Then I find myself skipping to Bad Man, which is just them rapping over a dubstep track. Sky Plus, Bang Out of Order, Vampires, and then Bend Down Sister, which is a hilarious song with Australian MC Decoy about taking away women's rights. But it is well varied, much more varied than their first album. Although their first album did have this cool sort of superhero comic book theme that was fun, that this doesn't have. It doesn't really have any themes, but good production, you know, decent rhyming, definitely always fun rhyming, not great flow. I may have been more negative than I actually wanted to be because this is still a really fun listen in general. So I can give this probably a 7 out of 10. Good shit. Download it for free at their Bandcamp website. Dick Limerick Academy. O'Shea, Rikky Riley. I'm out. Have a Merry Christmas, everyone. Alright, guys. Peace.